Let yourself have fun. It doesn't make you less of a man to enjoy life.
Are you sure? It was like a 29, 30 second, you know, something like that. I don't know. So this video is going to be kind of like part 3 in a 4-part series of mounting this iCamper SkyCamp 2.0 to my LR3. The last 2 videos I painted the iCamper and then I mounted the extended roof rails to the LR3 so that I could distribute the weight more evenly across the roof. In this video I create the crossbars that you see here. These are made out of Unistrut, painted with whatever I had laying around, and mounted to those extended rails. So all this leading up to my next video where I will finally mount the iCamper. And next up, I'm going to go through all the parts I used for the build. Alright, here we go. Roof rack V2 for the LR3. All my parts laid out here. I think I'm good to start mounting these Unistrut crossbars. The color I went with is oil rubbed bronze because I like my roof racks to match my patio furniture. Now, this was just laying around. My wife got it probably 3 or 4 years ago for a project, so boom. And to be honest, it looks black, but it does have those shine to it, so that's cool. So here's the 3 pieces of strut. As you can see, different lengths. I believe it tapers from the back to the front, so I believe this is the back. Actually, I put a note on here, but I painted over it. I'll figure it out. But I think it goes back, middle, front. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it tapers. Same length over here. So there's the racks, crossbars, Unistruts. Here are the spacers that will go underneath the crossbars to just lift them up enough so that I can mount things without hitting my roof. Here are the old PLA 3D printed end caps for those spacers. Here are the new TPU 3D printed end caps for the crossbars. I decided to use the shiny side of the build plate because I thought that could be fun, but these are great because they're rubber, so they're much easier to fit, whereas these guys are hard plastic, PLA, brittle. Surprised they still are around, actually. I was going to print some new ones, but why not just roll with it? Here are the washers, nuts, I keep calling these washers, that I made that will fit into the roof rail channels on the LR3. Here are the 1.5 inch, half-inch by 13 bolts, Allen head bolts, socket caps, whatever you want to call them, that will fasten into these nuts. I've got 4 of these. I've got 2 for the rear bar, 2 for the front bar. The middle bar, I'm using these that came with my rooftop tent. You're probably pretty familiar with these. Cool thing is this will actually slide right into the roof rails as well on the LR3. And so I didn't think I needed heavy duty 1/2-inch hardware for all 3 bars. The middle bar is not even going to have mounts on it, so instead of making 2 more of those, I'm just using these. To be honest, you could probably use these for all of your crossbars and be fine, but I already have these, so why not? Washers, lock nuts for the 1/2-inch, and these are the schmancy ass rooftop tent mounts that came with the iCamper. So I'm pretty pumped to use those. And that's all the hardware. So join me on the roof and let's start from the beginning. Okay, now I need to measure my front crossbar. One thing to note about these roofs, and I'm sorry about the audio, I don't have my good mic, about these roof rails is that they're not equal length front to back. They sort of taper inwards. I learned that the hard way the first time I did this. So now I'm going to attempt a few different ways of measuring the rails, the crossbars to get it to fit, but eventually I realized that it would just be easier to have one side exactly where I want it and then measure from there. But since the bar is so long, if I try and do that, it'll kind of tip over. So I basically just go and I get the hardware I'm going to need to bolt it down to the rail, and I bolt one side in, and then I just mark on the other side where I need to cut, and that saves me a whole lot of trouble. Should be 20. Show me what you're working with, Shawty. Show me what you're working with. Here, oh, it's gonna be perfect. 1, 2. All right. We're gonna cut approximately here-ish. All right. Back to the grindstone. You know what I'm saying? So the process here is line your piece up, clamp it in. Looks like you can do angles. You need to angle your work. This thing angles as well. Turn her on and we'll see how it goes. This is the thickest piece I've cut on this before. So the blade is not a new blade. It's not the full length. I think it's going to go through. Let's find out. Very nice. Very nice. So let's just do a quick comparison between the one I cut with that and the one I cut with circular saw, handheld style, with a metal or with a grinder blade on the circular saw. Hopefully I can get it to focus here. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so I had to take a little break and set up the zero breeze. It is Arkansas and it's July, so gross spots here with the Dremel. That is wrong. So that when I mount it on the rail, so when I mount it on the rail, it friggin' fits. Yeah. Alright. Next up, for my Unistrut rack, is the spacers that are going to go in between the crossbars and the roof rails on the truck. I need to get the crossbars up about a ½ inch or so that I can use the new mounts, but also so when I put the tent on the crossbars, they're not touching the roof. And the roof of my truck is glass, so I got to be extra careful. So these are what I was running before. I'm not sure if you can tell, but they're a little worse for wear. I think I used Plasti Dip on these as well, which, you know, hindsight and whatnot. So I got them in here. I could cut new ones that look better and paint them, but they're already cut and I don't want to waste them. These are the end caps, the 3D printed end caps. So I think what I'm going to do is just wire brush the Plasti Dip off and then paint them. This is way overkill for this, by the way, but I figure it'll be a lot faster than using my Dremel. So why not?
Here we go.
Alrighty, so getting a little better. Alright, got my washers lined up here. I just need to clean the threads up a little bit. So first of all, let me show you the problem that I'm solving. Currently I've got my rack mounted with the bolt going through the top, 1/2 inch 13 thread count, whatever bolt, and it works fine, but I don't want this sticking out anymore, so I'm going to flip my rack and I'm going to have the bolt go down inside of there. Only problem is, with this type of bolt, I can't get a wrench or a socket on here. Let me see if you can see this. I can't get a wrench or a socket on here to tighten this down. Before, when it's the other way, obviously, tighten it down. This way won't work. So one solution I came up with, which someone on Facebook gave me this solution, I didn't even consider it, was a new type of bolt. So a socket cap, I believe they call these. Not to be confused with the hex head bolt, even though technically you use a hex key or whatever to tighten it. This is a hex head bolt. This I've heard called a socket cap bolt. I'm going to call it that for now. So this bad boy, 304 stainless, Amazon, couple of bucks, maybe $1 each. Let me demonstrate. With this mother sucker, I'll be able to tighten it down in there with no worries. So you can see I'm struggling a little bit, which is the entire reason I have these in the vise. I just want to clean the threads up. Honestly, that probably cleaned them pretty well. But I'm going to use a tap and die set. So, yeah, hang on a sec. Let me get that out. Okay, so, what is this? 1/2 inch 13 tap. So, this is how I originally cut these. I drilled the holes out. This is 3/8 inch bar stock, whatever the hell. Drilled the holes. What you want to do is drill it like a tiny bit smaller than 1/2. I think I got even, it was like a 29/32, you know, something like that. I don't know. I can't remember the drill bit. But you drill it smaller, and then you go through with one of these guys. Of course, you want to use cutting oil when you're doing this. Since I'm just cleaning these threads up, I don't think it's going to matter one bit. So, let's get in there. Go in, back out, in, back out. Cutting oil would not hurt. I will just say that. Just advised to stop moving so much. Awesome. It feels so nice. It's one of those oddly satisfying feelings. Where'd that dumbass bolt go? Oh yeah, so that is 10 times better. I should probably also like wire wheel these and paint them again. That one's starting to rust. Will I do that? Who knows, man? Alright. So, time to mount these crossbars. That's bright. That's bright. Let's switch. There, that's not so bad, eh? So, starting with step 1, get one of my washers. One of my homemade nuts, keep calling them washers. Come down here, slide it in the channel. I'm probably going to put this bar somewhere around here, or as far forward as I can. It gets a little bit hung up on these new plastic plugs that I put in the rails, but what are you going to do? Spacer, bolt. I almost forgot a key piece of this. This washer needs to go in the channel here, strut channel. Let's go ahead and peel this end cap out. Slide that in. I think that's just a regular 1/2 inch washer, but be careful because some of them are just a bit too big to fit in the channel. Pop that through there. Find the hole. Start doing a little hand tighten. Let's see. Is that how I want the spacer to fit? It's all gonna kind of flex and bend a little, so I'll just be a dry run here. Hopefully you can see what I'm up to, but spacer, strut, socket cap bolt, washer, lock washer. So follow me to the other side. Alright, I'll slide it in. Call that good. Oof. It's like 9 a.m. It's already getting nasty out here. What'd I do? Oh, I don't know what I did. I don't even know if I'm recording anymore. Oh, it's tracking me? Alright, track me. Track me, bitch. Wife's home. Wife's home. Sweet. This might be perfect.
Happy?
Oh, just smiling. You know, I'm always smiling.
Having fun?
Ah, sure.
Come on, you are having fun.
I'm having fun. I'm sweaty. Here's the new
Wash it.
bar.
Don't ugly wash it. Nice.
Ugly wash?
Yeah, because you're like, I'm not really having fun, but you are having fun.
Yeah, that's true.
Let yourself have fun. It doesn't make you less of a man to enjoy life.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
They always tell me it does, man.
No, I don't either.
No, not you, they. Okay, on to the middle one. Huh, someone's having a nice ciggy this morning. Whole neighborhood smelling like ciggy. Kind of makes me want a ciggy, you know what I'm saying? So for these middle rails, I'm gonna use this mount just because I didn't want to make any shit. I didn't want to make any more of the others. I only had 4 of these because I only used 4 on these 2 crossbars last time. I'm gonna have to take these plugs out until I get the Alright. Oh shit, these might be one-time use. Well, maybe I have extras. Alright, so with these, I don't know that this bolt is going to be long enough. So I also have some longer bolts that if I do use those, I will have to cut. I also have to use my old yucky spacers because I don't think that's going to work. Because I forgot I was doing 3 bars. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some sunscreen on. This is ridiculous. Maybe if I load it up in here, get to pushing. I think I'm going to be fine here. Come on, gotta get you just right. It's a bit sketchy. Again, there won't be any, the tent won't be mounted on here. Try the other side. You're not allowed to anymore. And that washer's not just floating in the middle. My best to get it straight. You can tell. These dirty ass spacers. Lock nut. Awesome. Alright, gonna do a little before and after. I'm actually gonna clean the glass on this thing. Let's take a look. Let's see how nasty it is up here. Sunroof. Glass. All those spots are where I taped the cable down because that was easy for me. But damn, this is gross. Has not been washed since I owned it. But figure what the hell. One, two, three. Ah, shit. Always wear your back brace, kids.